Okay, folks, welcome back to the third episode. In the first two episodes, I showed you how to install this, which packages you need, and demonstrated it working with the default setup. In the next video, we added Super Mario Kart ROM and changed a couple of files, just a few, not a lot, to make it so we could run Super Mario Kart. The important thing to remember is that for each different game, you need to, if it's a Genesis game, you need to modify process frame 84 to include the dimensions from the Genesis emulator built into OpenAI Retro, which I can't remember offhand, but it's not the same. It might be the same as the Super Nintendo. We can find out. You want to find out? Let's find out. Let's go to code, CD code tutorials source. And activate Python, import retro, make, okay, env equals make dot retro, Sonic the Hedgehog. Is it a capital there? I don't remember. Green Hill Zone Act 1. Retro.make, guys. The other way around. Okay, and then you can do this. Env print env reset. Nope. Can't do that. Shape. There we go. So that's the Genesis output. It is 224 by 320 by 3. So let's just add that in here just so we have the full set of emulators that we're probably going to use. I think this supports more systems too, so if you have ROMs for that, you can add them in. So it was 320, okay? This will be 320. That should do. So now it'll support Genesis also. So this is NES, SNES, and Genesis. Great, great. This is called Mario X Reward. Let's change this to Retro X Reward. So search and replace Mario X Reward and change it to Retro X Reward. Search. There you go. It was only used in one place. We're going to make this, instead of make Mario env, we're going to call this make retro env. Okay. Do the same thing. Search and replace. Make Mario env. Replace it with make retro env. We should open up all the files though, just to make sure that we end up with the right. Because sometimes they get used in multiple places. We already have wrappers and run open. Oi! So this is in two place. It's both in run. That makes sense. There we go. Couldn't find it anywhere. What was the other one called? Mario X Reward? We should just make sure that it's not in any other folders. No, it's nowhere. Okay, great. So save that. Where are we at now? Oh yeah, we want to watch them learn, right? So to do that, there's a built-in function right into the retro library record. You can specify a folder here. I'm just going to put it in the same folder as the one that we're learning in, and it's going to create a bunch of BK2 files, which are like frame by frame inputs to the emulator. So it's kind of like a TAS, like a tool assisted speedrun style thing. And then there's a program called watch, which we can import and watch the results. So to test this, oh, it's currently learning. Have you gotten anywhere? He's not gotten anywhere yet. This will give us videos of everything that the AI does. Every time done is initiated, we'll get a new video. So I don't think this guy's going to show us anything neat. Real quick, let's cancel him. Cancel. Oh, and we have that called Mario. Let's change that from Mario to retro. Envkime retro. Boom. Okay, so now when you start it, let's get out of this. We don't need this stuff. Oh, bad. Go away. Go away. Now when you start it, you go retro. And there you go. It starts up. So this one's going to create a BK2 file for us in the folder. Okay, so right there, see that? That's a BK2 file folder. So we're going to go find a program called Watch, which will let us watch these. These files come with what the heck's it called? OpenAI. I'm just using an OpenAI thing. It's no big deal. I will find it. Give me a sec. Watch. Okay. So, Watch. This is all that's in Watch. Is arg parts. It looks for a thing called vid, which is a BK2 file. And then it makes a video called, so retro.movie just exists. Basically, it's a movie file made out of the BK2 file. And then you do the video name, the state none, all blah, 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 blah. I'll just include this in my repo so you guys can use it. And then it just steps through every step in the BK2 file, and you can watch the video. It happens to be at quite high speed. But let's do that, shall we? We need a new window. Again, every time you open a new terminal, you need to source back into the environment that you're using when you were training. Otherwise, you won't have the same Python libraries installed. Okay, so now we're going to go to large scale curiosity, and I believe in here there's a thing called watch. Okay, so Python watch.py vid, and let's see what we got. We should have Super Mario. Oh man, there's a whole lot of them. So it makes a video for every single attempt. Every time a done is achieved, it saves the file. As a result, you're going to get a bunch of bad ones. Let's check out what we got here. I tend to sort by size, because oftentimes the longer the file, the longer it's been alive, so the more it's explored. He's mashing the start button. I think this is a good sign that I made a mistake. Yeah. Let's see what the other ones. I need to disable start, apparently. Yeah, okay, good. See, that's why you gotta be able to watch what you're doing. Otherwise you train this shit for hours and you screw it up. So what did I do wrong, guys? What did I do wrong? Where is wrappers? Do you guys see wrappers? There's wrappers. Okay, so probably what's happened is this is not actually the right one. Let's try this again. We should go delete those ones. Oh, and when you delete them, this happens. It's really annoying. All these errors, it's because you break it halfway through. It's like an open file that it's writing to. Let's just delete all these. They're useless. What? What am I doing? Wrong thing. What am I doing, guys? This one. So the other thing we can try and do is use the arg parsing, so we can add the name of the game here, along with the state. I think we should do that. What do you guys think? Let's do it! I never did this before, so forgive me if I goof it up. Add optimization parameters, rollout parameters, environment parameters. Where's env kind? Let's add it here. Parser.add argument We'll call it game name. Type, it will also be a string. Default. What do you want to default to? Super Mario Bros? Oh, I see. So this is going to... Yeah, we'll do Super Mario Bros. And then we're going to add a same thing, but for state. State name. We'll default to level 1-1. So that's the very first level of Super Mario. So if you do nothing else, if you just put in the end of kind equals, let's do this retro. Retro, you're going to end up with Super Mario Bros. Okay? Which, if you ask me, is super cool. Oh, there you go. See, it saved this env pickle. This is... I'm pretty sure we can convert this into an image of the best rounds, but I haven't figured that out yet, so come back later. Where's our folder? Okay, let's try watching one of these again. Let's sort by, again, we're going to sort by, the size. Because the bigger the size, the longer the file, means probably the further he got. This is not always the case, because, for example, if he's just mashing start, he's going to have a really long match. Oh, the other thing, too, we didn't change the... Wow, that's weird. Did not expect that. Oop. He's just going to mash start, guys. You see here how he's kind of learning a little bit to drive forward, but takes forever? Oh, so he's not mashing start. This is what happens when you hit X, I believe. He's looking behind himself. So this is one of the things, this is a good example of why restricting the buttons that your AI can use is really helpful. To the bot, it's interesting to look behind him. And the rest of the track at the bottom is interesting because it's constantly changing. So for our AI, see, he lost the match there. For our AI to learn to do better, we need to limit some of his actions. So let's do that. Let's go and limit what he can do. We're going to get rid of the X and the Y because I can't remember which button. Which button? Shoot, I'm trying to remember when you're playing the game. Is it A? Maybe we don't need X or Y. I can't remember. Oop. What am I doing? Okay, so we're gonna leave it to A and B. So you can only hit A. You can only accelerate and hit A. I think A launches the stuff, so I think we're good. Yeah. So we're gonna add the ability to call a game using argparse. So we want to do this. We want to go dash game name and then the name of the game and then the state that we want to use. So to do that, we're gonna have to add some stuff to our program. First, if you recall before, we added this, right? The default will be level 1 Super Mario Bros. We need to add these arguments, args, parse args, to our to this here, basically. So right here, at this point here, if we do env kind retro, it calls this variable here. So we want to pass the state name and game name to this variable. So we're going to do that right now. It's a dictionary, so we just need to do this. And then args dot state name. And that should do it there. That's the same as if you see here, for example, Jim make, they pass the args env. So we're just doing the same thing. We made our own though. And that should, I think that's all we have to add for that. So now we got to go to wrappers and find this is our old one, right? Works great, but we're going to get rid of this and we're going to go, oh yeah, I put these in here. Game name at the start and then state name there, okay? So it looked like this before. Now we're going to go game name, state name, okay? And then we're going to go here and go game name, comma, get rid of this, state name. And we're going to leave record on there so we can watch the videos. And that should be it, guys. It should work. Now, let's run her up and see what the heck happens. We should, first and foremost... Okay, there's nothing in there. Let's go. Here, let's clean this up so you guys can see it slightly better. Ooh, clear. So we got Python, run, pi, mkind is retro, because we created the retro one. Game name is Super Mario Kart -SNES, which is the exact name of the folder that contains the ROM. And -- state name L1 is the name of the state that we have for Super Mario. Okay? So look, this is the stuff. Super Mario Kart SNES. Super Mario Kart SNES, state name L1, L1. Okay? Boom. Now, if we're lucky, it'll work. And if it doesn't, I quit. Yeah, B is the first one. So there you go, guys. That's how you can find out what the names of the buttons are in the buttons array. You can just go in there and print it out. So it's B, Y, select start, A, X, L, R. Anyways, B is 0, so this should be working. Let's hope that it does. Last time, guys, and then I think we're done. Stop training. Stop it. Oh, okay. So interesting. What's happening here is he's driving off the road because this file gets made every time he dies. So every time done is completed. This is an important thing to realize, that if your AI gets so good that he never dies, you can't watch the video. It's kind of frustrating. You can turn on render when you're playing. I should show you how to do that too, actually. Geez, I should make another video where instead of trying to cut this one together. But you see he's dying over and over and over and over and over again. So there's a new file every time. Let's just watch one of these. Let's go 71. So he's gonna drive right off the road. Yeah, oh, so he died because he drove off the road. That's good though. That's a good sign. At some point in time, he'll stop. Ooh, 76. Looks like he might have done some good. Nope, died immediately. 75? How about that? Yeah, slightly better. So you gotta let this run for literally forever. Now, overnight, I think is where I let it run for. And when you come back, he'll have beat a lap. And you can always try them on different laps too. Okay. Again, I sort by modified and or by size. Size tends to be the longest. Modify is the newest. 54 appears to be the longest. Let's see what we got. Ah, he made a turn. Let's watch it again. Folks, that's how you do it. That's how you make... my point earlier about how if you don't have a done condition that is at the end of the game, like, you need to at least put a done condition in for the completing the game, or you will never see a file that shows the success of the game. It's important. What was the last thing I was going to do? I just said it to you. It's fun just to watch him. Yeah, he went for it. He'll figure it out. That's how you do it though, folks. That is how you do it.